Today, you see the challenges we are facing. The challenges we are facing in Biafra land today, you see the way the lives are being lost in Biafra land. Lives are being lost. It is very clear that Biafran people has no representation anywhere in that caliphate country called Nigeria. In that British company called Nigeria, the Biafran people have no representation. Nobody to represent us. It is we that will represent ourselves and stand for ourselves. Nobody anywhere will represent us. We have to stand up and fight for ourselves. That is why we are doing so. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that they are holding captive, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have established certain things on the ground even before he was being kidnapped. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a foundation that if we Biafrans can follow the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there's nothing that will make us not to bring Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have laid a foundation that even if they continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the struggle will continue and Biafra will definitely be achieved. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself will be released. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in place a great structures, very strong foundation that he have led. One of the major foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu led is the ESN, and we must support that ESN and hold ESN strong. But today, you see even our fellow Biafrans, they are fighting against ESN. Fellow Biafrans are fighting against ESN, fighting against. When you are talking about fundraising for ESN, you will see people opening their dirty mouth to talk against this. If you don't want to contribute to ESN, why don't you keep your mouth shut? Focus on whatever you think is the best way for you to follow. Focus on that. That which you feel is the best way for you to fight for the freedom. Focus on it and stop demonizing your own fellow Biafrans. We know very well that the Umweri account is functioning very well. Umweri account is funding the ESN. Umweri account has been funding ESN, still funding ESN till tomorrow. Not until you bring an evidence. If you bring an evidence of any malpractice or evidence of any misappropriation of fund from Umweri account, then we can begin to talk. But as long as you cannot be able to provide any single evidence, I don't mean propaganda or blackmail. When we are talking about evidence, you have to bring an evidence. Evidence. You have to bring evidence we can see. Visible evidence, not because of what you say or what somebody say, or they said, or this person said this, or this person said that. Bring an evidence. The world has gone global. We are in a digital world. In a digital world where you can have everything you need. In a digital world where you can go and print the statement of account of Umweri. If you are accusing somebody of stealing or misappropriation, go and get an evidence. Go and print the statement of account. Bring an evidence. Show us where money was taken to and where money was embezzled. Until then and only then, we will continue to send our money to Umweri account to support ESN. If you cannot be able to provide a legitimate and well-known evidence against the Umweri account, you are wasting your time. Biafrans are smart. Much, much smarter than you can imagine. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was the only account he approved, which the leadership of IPOB announced to us. And since then, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not told us that we should stop using it. If you say you have seen any malpractice, every single one of us as Biafrans have the right to go and make research. You have the right to go and make research on your own to see if you have an evidence to prove that Umweri account is not legitimate. If you have an evidence, provide that evidence. If you have an evidence to show that there has been an misappropriation of fund, provide the evidence. When you provide that evidence, then we can begin to talk. Not until then, we will continue to make our contribution to the Umweri account. And that is a legitimate thing to do. That is the only way we can be able. That is the only way we can be able. We can be able to support the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have led. We will continue to do so. And we will continue to follow it and continue to pursue our freedom through the support of Umweri account. We will continue to support it. It doesn't matter what anybody have to say. It doesn't matter the propaganda you want to bring from any angle, from any corner. Your propaganda cannot fly. Your propaganda cannot fly. No matter how you try to do it, no matter the angle you try to come from, no matter the area you try to push it, no matter the lie and propaganda, bring an evidence. Bring an evidence. Not until then. Until you bring an evidence. Only then and then. That is when we can be able to be having a discussion with you. But as long as you don't have any evidence, as long as you don't have any evidence to prove that there is misappropriation of fund in Umweri account, the Biafrans will continue to make the contribution. Those are the foundation that Mazi Nnamdi have led. At the stage that we are today, you have seen that our defense in our own hand. The self-defense of Biafran people is in our hand. Only we can defend ourselves. Nobody anywhere can defend us. Nobody anywhere can defend us. Nobody. There's nobody anywhere that can defend us. Nobody anywhere can defend us. We have to defend ourselves. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody does, we have to start preparing to defend ourselves. We have to defend ourselves and fight for what we believe in. And how are you going to defend yourself? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have established that. He have established that method for us to defend ourselves. And it's led for us to use that very method. We have to use that very method to protect ourselves. Use that very method to defend ourselves. Use that method to do that which is right. We have to follow that which is right. Follow it and pursue it until we get our freedom. So many things have been established by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is led for you and I to follow those foundations that have been led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you follow the foundation, we will definitely achieve our aim. Freedom will definitely come. Freedom will definitely come. No matter how you try to destroy the IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have established, to destroy the foundation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot destroy the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's not acting on his own. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was appointed by Chukwu Okike Abiamo. You didn't appoint him, I didn't appoint him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was appointed by Chukwu Okike Abiamo. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been doing a great work. Even the enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu accept and believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the right cause. The governors, the criminal governors you see, they believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the right cause. Soludo that you see today that is fighting against the seat at home to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Soludo confessed with his own mouth. Soludo with his own mouth confessed that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the just cause. Soludo used his mouth to confess that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting a just cause. But what do you see today? After all that, after all said and done, because of what he will eat, because of his political career, he has come to fight against that which he has supported in the past. He has come to swallow his vomit again. That is how far the caliphate can go. The caliphate have been able to penetrate into the Biafra land. They have taken over anything that is called politics in Biafra land. Anything that is called politics and politicians, they are in the pocket of the Janjaweed. Not only Biafra land, even in the southwest, even in Oduduwa land. Even in Oduduwa land, even in anything you can mention and call politics today is in the hand of the caliphate. That is why no well-meaning person, no responsible person will be thinking of any political solution. No responsible man or woman will open his or her mouth and begin to talk of political solution. Nobody. Because the politics of Nigeria is in the hand of the caliphate. Go and look at what they are doing. Today, look at the man they are projecting to make the president. Look at the man they are projecting. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. A criminal, a born criminal, open criminal. A criminal who they don't know his source of living. They don't know how he made his money. They don't even know his age. Who cannot be able to boldly tell us his age. He cannot be able to say his source of income. Who is already on the radar of EFCC. Yet they are packaging him to make him a president. And their ruling party, go and check the person their ruling party made the chairman of the party. The recent person they elected as the chairman of their party, go and check his record. The idiot have forgotten his name that they made the chairman of their party recently in their convention. This was a man who supports everything that has to do with terrorism in Nigeria. A man who supported the Fulani herdsmen to the core, the supporter of the Fulani killer Fulani headers, is the person they made the chairman of APC. A man who come out and begin to compare spare part sellers to the Fulani herdsmen killers. A man who begin to support using the money that is gotten from Biafra land to promote the Fulani agenda. That is the person the APC have used elected recently. And you that you call yourself a one Nigerianist, you are there and you are watching. But Biafrans cannot be silent. We cannot watch. We are acting on the ground and we are doing things to free ourselves. That is the difference between the Biafran people and every other person. There are so many activists in that country called Nigeria. You call them activists. There are so many activists from all manner, all corners, all angles. So many activists. But the difference between those people and the Biafran people, the difference between the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu does not see injustice and he keeps quiet. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, each time he sees an injustice, it doesn't matter whom that injustice is concerned. Injustice to one is injustice to all. And injustice to one person is injustice to everybody. That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak up for an Hausa man, speak up for a Yoruba man, he will speak up for an Igbo man, speak up for an Ijaw man, speak up for a Delta man, speak up for anybody. As long as you are being maltreated, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak up for you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't speak only for Igbos. He doesn't speak only for Biafran people. He doesn't speak only for Southerners. He doesn't speak only for Nigeria. He speaks for every black nation. Anybody that's been oppressed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak up on their behalf. Go and check his record. Some of you who are not very conversant, go and check his past broadcasts. When he's making his broadcasts, he speaks up for everybody, including the Janjaweed themselves. He spoke up for them. Regardless of your religion, he speaks up for it. Once there is an injustice, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will speak for it. That is different between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every other activist you see in that country called Nigeria. But today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is the symbol of justice, who have been speaking for all these people, today, he was kidnapped from Kenya, sent to Nigeria through extraordinary edition. How many activists in Nigeria are speaking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today? Ask yourself. How many activists, those who claim to be human rights activists in Nigeria, how many of them are posting the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on their platform? How many of them are speaking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How many of them? The only person that is speaking up for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu most of the time is Sowore. It's only Sowore. Sowore is the only person that comes out. He attends the court meeting. He comes out and speaks of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even though he still have some fault on his own side because his Sahara News or whatever they call them, Sahara reporters are still bringing negative reports against IPOB and against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the area Sowore is failing. Even though when Sowore comes in open to show solidarity to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, comes out to protest for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to speak up, yet Sahara reporters, they continue to present some negative informations about Mazi Nnamdi, unverified informations. I expect them that before they go and post anything about IPOB or about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they have to verify it and be sure. They have to be verified. Apart from Sowore, there is no other activist that is speaking up for the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, not even one. No single activist is speaking up on their platform for the illegal detention, the torture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the denial of the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No one is speaking up for it. But if it were Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that was outside, it doesn't matter whom you are, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter what you believe. Once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw that there is something that people are doing against you, there is injustice against you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out hard on that person and speak up against it. That is whom he is. That is whom he is. He doesn't look back. But today, what do you see? People who claim to be activists. The most painful are those who claim to be Biafrans. You will see them even when they see their brother who is genuinely fighting for the struggle, they will stand against that their brother. Today, go and check every attack you are seeing on our brother Samuel Ekpa. Go and check what offense have he committed. What crime has he committed? Ask them, those who are attacking him, calling him, what crime has he committed? There is no single crime he has committed anywhere. No single crime. One group will tell you that Mazi Simon Ekpa is not a member of IPOB. One group will come and tell you he's not a member of IPOB. When they know very well that Mazi Simon Ekpa is a member, a full member of IPOB. They know. They confess it with their mouth. They themselves confessed it. At the end of the day, they twist it. The same people that confess that he's a member. The same people who came to bear witness that he's a member. People who came to bear witness to say that Simon Ekpa is a member. They are the same people today. Turning 360 degrees to say he's not a member. They came out with the fact that he didn't take an oath. The same people who told us he didn't take an oath. He didn't take an oath. They still turn again, 360 degrees. People who were telling us he didn't take an oath, they came and confessed that he took an oath. He took an oath. They begin to say that the oath he took was online, that they were not satisfied with the oath he took, that he took an oath online. At the end of the day, they twist it again and say that he never took any oath at all. Another recent attack that is coming. The recent group that came out with their own attack today, they say they want him to open a fight with Nelly. They want him to attack Nelly. And Simon Ekpa refused to choose their fight. Because their fight is not reasonable. The fight is not reasonable. When we have a very strong enemy before us, when we have a very strong enemy before you, have a very strong war before us that we have not finished, you want him to forget about that and begin to fight a fellow Biafran who is fighting the same freedom that he is fighting for. And he said no. And that group picked a fight. Another group picked a fight. That is the crime again they say that he committed. Because he have chosen not to fight their own fight. Because he said, I will pick my own fight. You will not tell me whom to fight or whom not to fight. I will only fight a legitimate fight. They pick a fight against him. That's another group. The third group that you're seeing now that are fighting against him again, you are now fighting him because he did not speak about your own matter. You are bringing an accusation against somebody that the person stole money. That somebody stole money. Mazi Simon Ekpa told you, go and bring an evidence. Not they say, not that somebody told me or somebody. Bring an evidence, a documented evidence. Go and print a statement of account where money was taken to and where money was taken out from and where the money you are talking about have existed any time before. When you bring that, then we can trash it out. But not until that, I will not speak about the matter. That group again pick a fence. They pick another fight. So when you look at all the things that are going on, you will now begin to see who is genuine and who is not genuine. The only destination that we are supposed to know is freedom. And every Biafran, wherever you are, what is supposed to be bothering you is how you are going to get your freedom. Our collective interest is how are we going to be free from the caliphate, from the hand of the caliphate. That is the collective interest that we have. Our collective interest is not in wearing coat. It's not in imitating each other. It's not in forming group or forming section or one section or that. It's not in saying I support this or I support that. Our collective interest is not in answering names. Our collective interest is in freedom. How to free our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and to free ourselves. That is where our collective interest lies. And one of the strategies on how to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and get our freedom is what? Civil disobedience. That is one of the strategies. And inside that civil disobedience, we have the sit at home. One of the strategies is sit at home. And that sit at home is working. Even a blind man can see it that is working. The enemy see it as a very strong weapon. And they want to take away that weapon by all means. But the most painful is that those of us who are supposed to be empowering us, who are supposed to be fighting along with us, are the people who are supporting the enemy to take away our greatest weapon of warfare. That is most painful. Our fellow Biafrans are the ones supporting the enemy, helping the enemy to take away our strongest weapon of warfare. It is sad and painful. But that is where we have found ourselves. But are we going to stop? We will not stop. Those are the challenges you got to face in the cause for freedom. As I said, freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with so many price. Freedom comes with a lot of price. People will lose their life. People will lose their property. People will lose their sanity. People will be demonized. People will be blackmailed. People will be called names. a lot of sacrifice. People's career will be destroyed in the course of looking for freedom. Those are the price Biafran people are paying. Biafrans are paying costly price. Our Biafran brothers and sisters in Biafra land today are paying a costly price for our freedom. Against all intimidation, against all the blackmail, against all the force, they are still standing, sitting at home, telling them, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and free Biafra people. They are still adding their opinion. Those are the price we have to pay. And if you are not mentally tough, the stage that we are now is a stage where every single Biafran, wherever you are, have to activate your mental toughness. If you're not mentally tough, you cannot be able to withstand what is coming. You cannot be able to withstand what is coming. More blackmail is going to come. More distraction is going to come. More killing is going to come. More obstruction is going to come from all angles, from all corners. If you are not mentally tough, you might not be able to succeed what is going to happen. You might not be able to survive what is about to happen. That is why we are calling for every single Biafran to wake up and do that which is right. Nobody is asking you to pick up weapon and go to the street and fight. Nobody is asking you to pick up weapon to go and fight anybody or fight the military or confront the military. No, you don't do that. What we are asking is to engage in civil disobedience. Sit at home. Economic sanction to them. Every revenue you are giving to this very local government, state government or federal government in that country called Nigeria, stop paying that revenue. Keep the revenue to yourself. It is going to be more useful to you. Stop empowering those who are killing you. That is what we ask. And our brothers and sisters in riverine area, we have to wake up. Our brothers and sisters in riverine area have to wake up and play their role in this economic sanction. They have a very major role, a very strong role to play. And not until then, we are still waiting and looking and hoping that they are going to take action. Do the needful so that these people will continue, will begin to reason with us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally as he's preparing to come to court on the 8th of April. As he's preparing to come to court, you have seen they have now started preparing their weapon. That is what they do. Each time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is close to coming to court, you will see blackmail. They will begin to interview enemies. They begin to interview opponents. You will see attack will be coming from all angles. You will see blackmail coming from all angles. But you, that you are a Biafran, what do you do? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, what do you do? What we are supposed to do is to increase our own force. As the enemy is increasing on their attack, as the enemy is increasing on their blackmail, as the enemy is increasing on their killing, we have to increase our own side, increase on our civil disobedience. The sit at home, this coming Sunday, coming Monday, supposed to be a total lockdown. Coming Monday, as the masquerade they have planted in Anambra State, Seludo, as the Seludo have challenged Biafran people with the coming Monday. Soludo have challenged Biafran people and said that he's going to unleash mayhem, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. The coming Monday is supposed to be the greatest sit-at-home we have ever seen. Since Soludo don't want to listen, he wants to challenge the Biafran people. We are supposed to show him with next Monday that we cannot relent. We are supposed to show him that we are resilient. And this is the time for every Biafran to activate our mental toughness. Coming Sunday is supposed to be a ghost town. And if you're a Biafran in Biafra land, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okeabiama, if you're a Biafran in Biafra land, coming Monday, do not risk your life. Don't use your life to play gamble. Do not use your life to play. Next coming Monday is going to be a total lockdown, a ghost town completely. That is what it's supposed to be. Don't risk your life. Don't play gamble with your own life, because the Janjaweed are going to unleash mayhem on that day. If you come out, you are going to be the scapegoat. They have been doing it. We are not trying to play any propaganda or propaganda. This is not propaganda, not blackmail. You have seen it play out that during the sit at home, they always unleash their mayhem. Last sit at home, you saw it. Biafrans on their own, nobody is forcing anybody, they sit at home. But on coming Monday, that is supposed to be a total lockdown, don't allow yourself to be a sacrificial lamb. Don't allow yourself to be the person that Seludo is going to use don't allow your blood to be the blood that Seludo is going to use to cement his leadership in Anambra State. Don't allow it. Stay in your home with your family. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Stay with your home and your family. Coming Monday is supposed to be the greatest sit at home ever. As you know, after that sit at home, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will appear to court. And remember, it is the action of the people that release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The caliphate knows this and they have said it. The imposter in Asorock have said it. The Attorney General of the Federation have said it. The Northern Group have said it. That is the mass action of the people that will determine if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will get a political solution or not. They said it. And the mass action we are talking about is not the mass action of the caliphate. It's the mass action of the Biafran people. How are we going to show that mass action? We show our mass action by sit at home. The disapproval of the decision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is only displayed through the sit at home. There is no other means we have to display disapproval of the decision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu except sit at home. So, coming Monday being 4th is supposed to be the greatest and the highest ever. So that after that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will now appear in court. Then the judge himself will now listen to what the media is going to be saying. The mass action that is going to happen on the 4th is supposed to be spoken about in the court on the conduct of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the 8th. That is why we must not joke with it. We must not joke with that. We must not play with it. Everybody is supposed to be an alert on the coming Monday. That is when we are supposed to have the greatest sit at home ever. Let there be a total lockdown and shutdown of Biafra land. I tell you, anytime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming to court, the Janjaweed will begin to fish for points. They will begin to look for points, even through their media. Watch the media today. You will see what they will be saying in their media. You will see the kind of people they will be interviewing when it has to do with the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You will see the kind of drama you'll be seeing on social media. But you that is a Biafran, you that is the genuine agitator, this is the time for you to activate your own side of public opinion. We have to activate our own side of public opinion now, not tomorrow. Now we have to start activating the public opinion that will be on the favor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How are we going to operate, or how are we going to do that? We will activate that public opinion by our massive civil disobedience. Civil disobedience have to go to the highest level ever that have been seen. Civil disobedience have to go to the highest level. The sit at home, economic sanction, any other thing you can do on your own, anything you can do on your own, call civil disobedience. Continue to do it and raise it to the highest level. That is how we can be able to activate a public opinion that will have a positive effect to the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I hope and I pray that every Biafran all over the world will remain mentally strong and mentally tough until Biafra come. Biafra is very close. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. We can never give up. Please share this video to all platforms. Share the video to your platform. Share it to your family and friends. Share it to your WhatsApp group. Share this video. Let people hear us and hear us clear. This is the time for us to activate the highest rate of civil disobedience. Public opinion matters a lot in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I say it again. Public opinion matters a lot in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And for us to activate a positive public opinion for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is now. We don't have to wait until he comes to court. Before he goes to court, we have to activate it. Let the public begin to see reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. Let the people in that contraption called Nigeria, let the people begin to see reason why the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was released. It is now that we are supposed to make them know that holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS will be much more costly. We have to make it much more costly than ever. This is the time. This is the time. Wake up and do the needful. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every single Biafran all over the world, wherever you are. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho. Protect Sunday Igboho. Give him more strength to continue in the struggle and to do the needful. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Oduduwa person. Guide and protect every Middle Beta. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everyone that is genuinely fighting for the freedom of the people. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to strengthen every one of us. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran in Biafra land. Wherever you are in Biafra land, I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect you. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. You will never lose your life. Every Biafra in Biafra land, we will all walk into Biafra land and raise the flag of Biafra together. You will not lose your life. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will guide and protect our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him. guide him, protect him, and bring him back to us very, very soon. No matter what they do, they will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you very much for joining me on this very program. I appreciate everybody who have connected with me. Please, if you have time, in the next 1 hour, you can equally join me in my YouTube channel, which is Chook Survival. Chook Survival channel on YouTube. Join me on Chook Survival channel on YouTube in the next 1 hour. I'm going to share some other information over there. You can join me so that we can continue to preach this gospel. We must continue until Biafra come. Be focused. Don't be distracted. Do not listen to gossip. The only collective effort, the only collective interest we have is what? Freedom. Any way you know you can be able to get the freedom of the Biafran people, any way you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be freed, continue to pursue it. Do it and stop demonizing your own brother. I pray that Chukwu Abiyama will continue to guide and protect us until Biafra come. We will all meet in Biafra land and we will all be alive to celebrate in Biafra land. Thank you so much for watching and remember this. See you again on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.